Respected headmistress, teachers, and my dear friends, I am here to tell you a story about Cinderella. Once upon a time in a land far, far away, there lived a beautiful and warm-hearted girl named Cinderella. Cinderella's mother passed away and her father remarried a woman. This evil-hearted stepmother had two daughters, just as evil as herself. The stepmother and stepsisters treated her very badly, and she had to do all the housework. One fine morning, they received an invitation from the palace. The ball is going to be held in the palace in honor of the prince. All the girls eligible for marriage are invited. The day of the ball arrived, and Cinderella was left all alone at home. She couldn't help but tears and started crying. All of a sudden, a fairy appeared. Cinderella couldn't believe her eyes. You too have to go to the ball at the palace. But how? Asked Cinderella. Bring me a pumpkin from your garden and 7 mice. The fairy waved a wand and made the pumpkin into a beautiful carriage. 1 mice became a driver, and the rest 6 became into beautiful white horses. Following, the fairy made Cinderella look like a princess. Remember, Cinderella, on 12 midnight, everything will turn back what it was before, so you have to leave the ball by then. Cinderella entered the palace with the elegance and beauty. All the eyes turned to watch her. Even her stepmother and stepsisters could not recognize her. The handsome prince was mesmerized by her beauty and went forward for a dance. Cinderella was so happy. Suddenly, the clock on the wall struck a rise. It was almost midnight. Cinderella remembered the fairy's words. Leaving the prince behind, Cinderella ran down the ballroom stairs. As she was running, one of her shoes slipped off her foot. Running after Cinderella, the prince found her shoe. Find the owner of the shoe as soon as possible. The courtiers traveled around the country, but the shoe did not fit anyone. Finally, they arrived in Cinderella's house. The stepmother only brought her 2 daughters. Where's the other girl? Asked the courtiers. When Cinderella wore the shoe, it gave her a correct fit. So the courtiers took Cinderella to the palace, and the prince was so happy they got married and lived happily ever after. The moral of the story is a kind-hearted woman gains honor. Thank you.